2 weeks ago, the Bulls were 1 minute away from taking all 3 points at Jubilee Field, the home of Three Bridges, only to have a goal scored in the 89th minute by Reece Hallard and breaking the hearts of the Bulls. Tonight, they get a chance, perhaps at home, to go one better and take all 3. They're going to be up, though, against a really tough team. Three Bridges are currently sitting at the top of the heap, the top of the table. And they had a comfortable couple of games with a 1-0 win as well on Saturday. And they've really been the form side lately. So will they tonight again be a real threat for the Bulls? We expect it to be that way. We expect the Bulls, though, to try and bounce back quickly from the defeat on Saturday at Faversham Town, when the Bulls, having got themselves into the lead, then quickly succumbed to an equaliser before being pretty much outplayed for most of that game. Well, tonight, some changes for the Bulls. There's going to be a return into the starting 11 with Jay Giles back out there tonight. Back in is also Miguel Carvalho, who was absent at the weekend. We expect the Bulls to go with a 4-3-3. A back four of Kerry, Campbell, Watling and Giles. A midfield of Dos Santos, just changing position slightly. Trotter and Watson. A front three of Barlow, Bickley and Carvalho. They've got 4 subs tonight, the Bulls, with Daniel Ginadu, the goalkeeper sub. 4 outfield players in James Carr, Joe Kilshaw, James Sunley and Harry Mackenzie. For the visitors, watch out for Noel Leighton, who's their captain, their number 9. Really strong, very, very much a threat, and causes lots of problems for the Bulls' defence if he's allowed the opportunity. And the pace of Hayden Velvick, who we saw was electric a couple of weeks ago down that right-hand flank. Watch out also for Reece Hallard down the left-hand side, who got the equalising goal. Well, we've got in charge of proceedings this evening, Mr. Billy Wootton. Now, moments away from kick-off tonight. The Bulls just want to get going here, get on that front foot early and really put pressure on Three Bridges, get an early goal, calm the nerves if there are any, which of course there will be, having had a tough outing at Faversham on Saturday. Three Bridges getting home 1-0. Well, final checks before the game. Fraser Barlow scored the goal on Saturday. Looks like he's going to retain his position in that attacking position on the left-hand side of a front three, which we expect to be Carvalho, Bickley and Barlow, though Dos Santos could equally drop in. Well, it's going to be the Bridges, the Three Bridges, who will kick off. And they will kick the ball back towards the Roberts Garage end, but they will attack the other way in this first half. Now, all the checks are complete now. And we're underway. Now, early touch there back for Bull. And we saw Bull and Neathie at the back fortnight ago. Pretty comfortable. Although Bickley will look to make their evening a ragged one if he can. Early touch for the keeper, Roberts. And he gets it out to, again, back pairing. We saw this as well a couple of weeks ago, just knocking it around to start with. The Bridges not trying anything too flamboyant. Little touch there from Ferreira, who's going to have a little bit of a chance to roam around from that right back, try and get out that right-hand side. And he'll be Bull again. Backing across to Neathie, and they're still just working it around in their own half here. Not gaining much of an advantage, and then in the end, Neathie goes forward, plays it in towards but it's cut out. Hallard was the intended receiver, and now Barlow sends Carvalho off. Carvalho's got there. Can he keep it in? Right, it's a goal kick, and it's dealt with in the end there by Bull, who gets back. But the ball's breaking that up in the middle there. Ball was meant for Hallard, Josh Hallard, the number 3, but didn't get to him. And just as the British try to get out of their own half, the Bulls send them back. And again, the pattern of play will be just the knocking it around until the long ball forward again. They're trying to get in behind the Bulls' defence, and it comes in across, and there's a chance here, near side. Back and across. Bulls trying to clear it. Watson is there. Giles is there, gets caught in the challenge as he clears the ball. Well, we can see again that Velvik is the threat, the number 17 for the Bridges. We try and keep this momentum going forward. Back it goes to Josh Hallard. Just going to knock it forward. Outside him is Reece Hallard. He's going to take it on, cut inside. We've seen that kind of range. He might try the shot from here, trying to get onto that right boot. Can't. And then in the end, tries to play it out to Velvik, and he toe pokes it straight into touch. Short ball there. Well, the referee's shown, it's like a yellow card to Van der Vliet there. Not sure exactly what for. Something may be said. Van der Vliet, within 3 minutes, goes into the book. Well, a bit of an inauspicious start for the Bulls keeper. As, again, trying to get it forward, but comfortably dealt with. Back for Roberts. Bickley will charge him down. Roberts doesn't deal with it particularly well. And then helping out at the back there, again, is Bull. Adeyinka now in the middle, twisting and turning. Out on that far side to Ferreira. Looks like Barlow's in a very central position. Maybe the ball's going for more of a 4 across the midfield, with trying to get the Santos forward and also Carvalho. Defence may be the first line of the Bulls' attack here. As Barlow picks it up, a mistake in the middle there. Barlow trying to go through on his own, gets brought down. Is it fair tackle? No, says Mr. Wotton, and it's a free kick given against Adeyinka there, as Barlow bursting forward, playing a very central role there this evening so far in the first bundle. Well, it's a chance for the Santos to play this into the box. It's pretty central though. Can't imagine he'll have a go from there, although looks to be pretty slippy, the surface this evening. A little bit of rain falling, just making it a little bit more difficult for the keepers, and the control as well as the ball skids across. De Santos, if he goes from here, would be something special. He clips it forward instead. Chance now for the Bridges to break, and Watling has just caught, a little bit of pushing and shoving there. Looks like he caught Gunham. Can need some treatment there, just a little bit clumsy, and a yellow card for the Bulls centre-back, Jamie Watling. We'll go into the book, the second booking of the evening for the Bulls. They're racking up cards. Mr. Wotton busy already. It looks like it is Ganam who was just caught there, who's need a bit of treatment. But a promising opening few minutes for the Bulls, who've soaked up any pressure and then had a few forays forward. Well, if you're watching tonight and you know anybody, yourself or contacts, who want to sponsor this channel, email commercial@bulls.je and you can have a chance to put your name in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. Place your brand here. Remember, email commercial@bulls.je. Well, treatment is over. Ganham is back up. And the free kick will be Three Bridges. Ferreira again. Now Bull. Neathy. Plays it out again on this side to Hallard, who's going to take a run on Cavalier, trying to get back. Ball clipped back and across, palmed away. Blocked on the line. It looks like Jay Giles again as second time Three Bridges have got forward. They've caused a problem here for the Bulls and they just about managed to scramble it away. Still going. Here they come again. Still keeping it alive. Good challenge there by Luke Campbell. Corner though for the Bridges. It will be Josh Hallard who'll go across to take this one. The Bulls so far just managing to keep this out. They got the first corner that they'll need to defend here. Short run there by Velvik. Hallard decides to deliver, whips it towards the near post. Cleared there by Dos Santos. Cavalier can't quite control it. It's back with Three Bridges, reverse ball back towards the penalty area. Barlow gets a touch. And again, comfortable at the back for Neathy and Bull. It's taking their time, looking for that ball through and behind the Bulls' defence. Seen it twice already. And again, Bull. Asking too much on that occasion of Reece Hallard. Ball thumping into him, but he can't keep it in play. Now James Carey at right back tonight. May well have to shift to the centre at the weekend. As Luke Campbell picked up that red card and is likely to be missing. Tonight we'll just sit in again on that right-hand side of a back four. Looks for the long throw. Flicked on by Bickley, trying to create something. Gets pulled down, nothing given. Campbell with the header. Flicked on. Bull's throw. And again, the skipper will take this. This time short to Trotter. Trotter tries to turn. Lays it back to Watson. And goes back to Watling. Van der Vliet thumping it long. Carey stays forward. Can't keep it in. Good play there by Bull, who just shepherds it out. Look well organised again, Three Bridges. Expect them to be there and thereabouts this season throughout. As they just work it from the back again. This time, Hallard. There's no panic. They take their time. They're happy to just look for the pass. Wait for the run. Bull again. Ferreira just in that running role where he doesn't sit in at the back, but he's got a chance to roam. Now Leighton. Forward it goes. Velvik again just holds it up. Flag is up though. Just going too early. Here's the threat. Velvik is quick. Leighton is strong. Got the first goal for Three Bridges 2 weeks ago that cancelled out the Carey penalty. Thrown again this time. Looks to have gone the way of Three Bridges. And it will be Ferreira. Just Makes himself a little bit of space there. Back to Bull. Hallard to Ganham. Back to Bull. Inside to Neathie. Nice play here by the Bridges. Ganham switching it to this near side. Looking for Hallard again, who tries to go inside, but Kere just gets enough on it. Hallard again. There's a lot of composure here in the way that Three Bridges play. They don't rush. Just looking for the ball. Nice ball through the middle, flicked on by Leighton. Then Ganham outside to Velvic, who will try and bring it down. He does. He's going to take on Giles, coming across and back, but he does get the ball in. Campbell is there. Now Ferreira. Stop this time. Back it goes, though. And inside again, and just getting there in the nick of the time is Jamie Watling. Lovely ball in by Villavicencio. Cavalier brought down by Leighton. Free kick. Well, it is that ball over the top. They take the time in the build-up here. And then they try to make it pay when it does. Headed on again, Cavalier will try and keep this one in. Can't. And the ball's just a little bit raggedy so far, not quite yet into their stride this evening. As Neathie just has time to go back to Roberts. Bull again. Barlow goes across, trying to break it up. Put a bit of pressure on Ferreira there. Calmly the ball goes back again, and Bull with the ball through the middle. Leighton with the layoff forward to Adeyinka, and now the break is on here, trying to bring it down. Villavicencio to Leighton. Bull's clear it again. Back it comes though. Back to Hallard. And again, just slick play here. Quickly inside, broken up again this time. Trotter back there. Cavalier now tries to take it on, but it seems that Bull and Neathie are always going to be there. De Santos now tries to flick it through to Bickley. Blocked again. Watson tries to be clever, but gives it away. Tries a little delicate pass inside to De Santos, and there is Bull. Again, looks for Hallard down this near side. Going to try and take on Kerry. Goes past him, gets the ball to the byline, squares it, but straight into the arms of Van der Vliet. Not the best cross there from Reece Hallard. And then Van der Vliet goes keeper to keeper. And nearly 15 minutes gone here at Springfield Stadium. Still yet either keeper to be tested in anything of any real threat. Adeyinka again. It looks like what the Bulls are actually doing this evening is just letting Barlow go up top on his own and playing 4 across. Maybe 3-1 in fact, with Bickley, Cavalier, De Santos, who have 4-2-3-1. Looks to be the Elliott Powell setup this evening, with the interchange there between Bickley and or Barlow in that one. As here again, Three Bridges try to get forward, and it is again Velvic on that far side who's got the pace, who gets the ball back in across. Header comes in, but again not on target. You can see Velvic is equally as dangerous as he was a fortnight ago, getting down that right-hand side. This time the header just looping out of touch. Van der Vliet again. Flicked on. Trotter trying to win the ball, but sliding in there is Bickley, right in front of the referee. Looks like he played the ball. Villavicencio's been cleaned out in the process. Bickley is added to the cards that have already been dished out. Third one for the Bulls. Just having a little look at that again. Flicked on and in, and then yeah, he's a bit clumsy, to be fair, by Bickley. He does catch Villavicencio. Can't really have too much to complain about there. Just having a bit of treatment. Trainer busy this evening for Three Bridges. Villavicencio looks like he's okay. He's back up. Magic spray working wonders again. Proceedings will resume. Free kick to the Bridges. Neathy again. Goes long. Trying to get in again is Velvik. Velvik gets to the byline, crosses it. Well, claims that the ball is in. Doesn't appear to be. Be interested to see that back again. It looked like Leighton thought he'd put the ball in it. It bounced down, and maybe it's bounced out. Well, the threat again of Velvik down that right-hand side. Leighton really good in the air, though. It's the free kick taken from the foul on Villavicencio moments ago. Ball is played forward. It's another long ball again. It's the routine that we've seen already. Comfortable there. Brought down well, clipped in, and the header down. Well, it doesn't look like it crosses the line. You'd want to probably put the slow motion on that. Leighton thought it has. But looking at the angle there, looks like it bounces down and out as it's played short now. Near post, Watson clears. Cavallio can't quite control it. Could be a break on here for the Bulls, though, but the ball's played too close to Roberts, who's out of his box, and then slices it behind the dugouts. Well, as much as Leighton thought he may well have scored, in the end it did look like it hit the crossbar and bounced down. Good chance though for Three Bridges as again Velvik hooks it forward. Looking for Leighton. Flicked back though by the Bulls from Dos Santos, and a nice touch from Bickley into the box now, taking on Ferreira. Bickley needs a bit of support, gets it from Dos Santos, but Adeyinka does well tracking back there. Maybe Bickley could have taken it on, just driven towards perhaps that byline. In the end, just tries to lay it off, and Bulls lose the ball. Velvik the target, Adeyinka picks it up. Hallard on this side tries to play it in and behind for the run of Leighton, but too much on that one as well. Well, 20 minutes nearly up in this first half. Still no goals. 3 cards for the Bulls, 3 cautions. No real shots. As Jay Giles just showing a little bit of his skill there, just flicking it up to himself as he takes the throw in. Well, hoofed anywhere, and it's fallen to Trotter, who's whipped it across, trying to find Cavallio. That's the first time that Neathy has been a little bit lax in his clearance. He's been pretty precise up to now, but that time just a little bit hit and hope it looked, as Watling picks it up. Clips it forward, looking for Bickley. Bickley trying to get in behind Neathy. Neathy does really well there, jumps to perfection in terms of his timing. And then a nudge in the back on Cavallio there by Josh Hallard. Well, cleans out Cavallio, who hobbles away. Nothing given. Roberts getting another touch, but a rare touch in this first half. Bull again, just checks. Neathy. And again, just trying to play it in behind Giles as Dos Santos goes across and keeps it in and flicks it down the line, but he can't keep it in. Certainly not the prettiest so far from the Bulls in terms of their play. Whereas Bridges just trying to work it around, create more in and behind both Kere and Giles. Very comfortable for them. Bull again. Steps forward. Leighton flicks it up, but has given it away. Trotter picks it up to Bickley now. Bickley through in and behind. Cavalier now into the box. Cavalier still going. Is he brought down? Oh, well, Cavalier goes down. There's a kick out there by Josh Hallard. It's going to be a corner. Maybe just gets a touch on it first. First real chance there for the Bulls, and it's the ball this time that's Leighton who doesn't control it, flicks it up, catches his arm, it breaks for the Bulls. Bickley plays it through first time. Cavalier bursting down that right-hand side, and he gets inside the box, and as he does, well, just about looks like it's the ball and Cavalier. And it'll be a throw in far side for the Bridges. And again, Neathy with time. Bickley backing off. Josh Hallard. And we're seeing this pattern. It's the blueprint of the first half for the Bridges. And again, this time Bulls ball forward for Reece Hallard. He's too hot to handle. Tuesday night football here at Springfield. Bulls getting the luxury of home games midweek at Step 4. Something they had to, of course, travel for until this season on a Tuesday night. They haven't done that, of course, already, but entertaining as well as visiting. As it breaks now, Villavicencio clips it forward, looking to get it to Leighton. Leighton can bring it down, but flag is up on the far side. And that threat will always remain. Leighton is tricky, strong, and is just looking to power his way through up front. Another comfortable header. Bulls ball, far side. Jay Giles recovers it. Looking for Bickley again, who's got Adi Inca jumping on him. Dos Santos has to go all the way back to Van der Vliet, though. Nothing obvious on. Now kept in by Giles. Ferreira heads it forward. Trotter trying to win the battle, but Watson goes across to help him out, but they try and break again, and Jay Giles this time in the right place. Watling clips it forward. Cavalier, will he get there? Can he get there? He does, he gets there ahead of Roberts, he hooks it back and across. But covering is Josh Hallard. It needed to be a bit of a gamble by the Bulls there. Cavalier does really well to keep it in and to keep it alive, but just needed someone to make a run into the box, and in the end, again, far too easy for Three Bridges to clear. It doesn't seem to faze them, even where half a chance is created. Again, Bull goes for the same option out onto this left-hand near side. Cavalier tries to get hold of it. This time, He slides in, down goes Adeyinka. Looks like the free kick may well have been given already towards the Bulls as Adeyinka just gets caught by Carvalho. Watson wants to get on with it. Referee won't allow that to be taken. Adeyinka is okay. It will be a Bulls free kick, which Watson stands over. And then just nicks a couple of extra feet here. Lining up far side. Ball's played, looking for Bickley. And Campbell getting forward, hooked away by Three Bridges. So that Hallard there, Reece Hallard just clearing it, and then very calmly done by Neathy, just drops it back to his keeper. And again, you can see what they're doing. They're just going to wait, have a little look around until they see the Velvik or the run on this near side by Reece Hallard. Adeyinka, though, is dispossessed by Bickley. Bickley, though, runs out of room. Still, it's a bit fractious here, not quite really going for the Bulls yet. Credit to Three Bridges, though. Not allowing the Bulls to play so far, and Roberts now can get nearly up towards the halfway line. Looks at Velvik, Giles goes down, gets enough on it though, throw in for the Bridges. And Velvik will leave it for Ferreira. Just gives the ball a bit of a wipe down. Goes short for Velvik. Ferreira again. Tries to get a bit of space towards the byline. Holding it up. Dos Santos back with him. Dos Santos does well and keeps it in and doesn't concede the corner, but only as far as Adeyinka. Plenty of time to just thread it back to Roberts. Back to Neathy, down that line again, looking for the run this time of Villavicencio. Down goes Giles, Villavicencio stays up, twists and turns, trying to get a bit of space. Well, he's won the corner. And Villavicencio getting forward. Velvik perhaps just sitting back a little bit there. Want to take this quickly, they see an opportunity. In the end, just leaves it for Josh Hallard to go across and take it. Bulls are back in numbers. Watling has gone to the edge of the box to deal with the threat of Neathy there, who's just come up. Barlow just edge of the penalty area, trying to stop that ball being whipped in. Backtracks now. In it comes, bending in, straight into the arms though of Van der Vliet, who catches well and clears first time. Carvalho brings it down nicely. No real option there, but to go back to Kere inside to Campbell. Giles, and quickly Velvik tries to shut him down. Giles though keeps hold of it. Looks for the searching pass for Carvalho. Cut out by Adeyinka, too easy in the end. Adeyinka now can just take it forward. That's going to go straight through to Van der Vliet. Just overplays that one. And with a little bit of moisture on the top of this Springfield pitch, just kicks on. Van der Vliet again. Good header in the middle by Bull. Kere with a solid return. And again. Flicked on this time. Only as far as Bull, who whacks it up towards Leighton. Dealt with by Watling. Bouncing around. Another side really getting control here until Villavicencio does bring it down to Ferreira. Bulls pressing a bit harder now, trying to close down the Bridges. But there's a bit of space here for Velvik until the assistant raises his flag. Just over 30 minutes gone, half an hour, 31 minutes in fact. As Jay Giles takes his time. Barlow flicks it inside. Cavalier's come across to that side, does well to evade the challenge of Olivicencio. Giles trying to get in and behind. It does finally get through to Bickley. Probably not expecting it. Can't quite control it. And Roberts yet to make a save. Coming forward again with a bit more urgency here. And then back and across it goes to Neathy. Steps forward, takes it on, still going. Smashes it into the back of Watling. Dos Santos picks it up. Bulls trying to get forward in numbers here. Needs some help, Dos Santos. Has to go back to Watling. Kere down the line. Got a lovely little flick there by Cavalier, but Bull sees it before Barlow and gets there. Throw in on this side for the Bulls though here. Maybe Kere again looking a bit of a long throw here. In towards Trotter, who tries to spin and is brought down. Ganham this time just grabbing hold of Trotter, pulling him down. Free kick given. Decent area again here. Barlow and Dos Santos discussing what they were going to do, but it's a short-lived conversation as Barlow walks away. Well, forward again. Watling, Bickley, Campbell. Two in a short wall. The run of Cavalier flicked in, far post. Here comes Campbell with the head up, back and across it is. And looping over again. Campbell got there, just couldn't get it on target. Better from the Bulls. Still not forcing Roberts to do much more than collect it and restart with the goal kick. But again, very composed on the ball. Has been all of this first half. Neathy again just steps inside. At times it's like the Bulls are just chasing ghosts. They just keep the ball well here. Switching again to that right-hand side. Here comes the Bridges. Back and across. Watling hooks it clear. Velvik again delivering it. Dos Santos trying to break on his own to try and create something. Does he keep it in? Well, he goes down. Looked like the ball might have just gone out there. Santos having to take it on, hasn't got a lot of options. Working hard. As the referee goes across and has a word with Elliot Powell. Our throw-in was going to go back, but in the end, ball goes to Neathy. Time again for Ferreira. Adeyinka makes a little bit of a run, but checks back inside to Neathy again. He's going to have a little look up. He will not see anything on. No run being made on either side, either flank there for the Bridges. And the Bulls seem quite happy to just soak up this pressure. Velvik slips. Bulls get the throw. Well, just a little bit of tempo going out of the game. Not that it really got up to any real speed. As Adeyinka has it, lays it off for Josh Hallard, who gets it out back to now Ferreira on the far side. Velvik will run up against Giles. Giles does really well there, just holds his ground, puts the left boot in, tries to release Bickley. Bickley goes across, does well. Looks like Bickley gets the better there, Neathy, but Bridges have the ball. Bull again now going on a bit of a mazy run, but he's been dispossessed, but not fairly by Barlow, just as Trotter thought he had a bit of a chance to break. Free kick is given. It looked like Trotter was away. Free kick has been taken. Velvik again. The referee's not happy with the placement. Adeyinka tries again, gets it back. Plays it off to Hallard. Bull again to Neathy. Stepping forward. Barlow tries to close him down. Kerry does enough to get it to Cavalier, who just holds it up. Long ball again, flicked on by Bickley. But easy for Roberts. Now, this game does need something to bring it to life in this first half as we come into the last 8 minutes. Shot, something to just get the crowd going. And then long ball again, skidding across the surface. And Reece Hallard unable to control it. Well, it hasn't had a lot of action in this first half. It's been a bit of an attritional one. It's centred around space without any real threat. Three Bridges have had more opportunities down the flanks, but so far nothing to show for it. The ball's just battling as Cavalier does break this time. Cavalier now tries to go to the box, squares it first time. Dos Santos arriving, but just ball played behind him. Velvik clears, tries to get it up to Leighton. Kere now whips it forward again. Dos Santos far side, trying to go up against Ferreira. Dos Santos holds it up, does well, twists, turns, trying to just shake off Ferreira. Giles arriving, but crashing it into the back there. Looks like Velvik, who's caught. Villavicencio is back. Trotter is trying to wrestle the ball off him. Dos Santos goes down, falls down. Free kick is finally given. Villavicencio not happy, but he was standing all over Dos Santos there. And just as it looked like it was getting a little bit flat, a little bit of life breathed into this last 5 or 6 minutes, as this time it looks like it will be Barlow. Maybe a chance for the Bulls to create something here. Or maybe Barlow's just placing it for Dos Santos, and again he walks away. As the Bulls pile players into the box. Lots of movement. Whipped in, far post, looking for Watling. Falls, Villavicencio tries to go, and he's turning on the afterburners, getting away from Trotter, who's done well to get back and to get goal side of him as well. And then Cavalier's done really well. He's won the ball. Barlow now. Barlow tries to play it through for Bickley. Bickley, can he get there? Not before Roberts. Bickley carries on his run, ends up in the back of the net. The ball doesn't. Roberts is there in time. And the best real kind of chance created by the Bulls there, cut out by the Bridges keeper. And again, Bull. Adeyinka looking for Velvik, in and behind. Is he onside? Flag looks to have stayed down. Velvik now to the byline. Campbell across before Leighton can get a header on it. And Giles trying to get it up to Bickley. Lovely little ball. He tries to lay off there, but it doesn't quite reach Barlow on this occasion. Ferreira just holding it up, waiting for Bull to arrive, who does. Now Neathy again. Bull just waiting for someone ahead of him to make a run. Not happening. Back and across through the middle now. Adeyinka. Trotter been sidestepped. Adeyinka, nice ball through. Hallard tries to get it back and across. Well, the header finds, looks like from Giles, finds Cavalier, who evades the flying challenge of Adeyinka. Bulls keep hold of it, but they're so deep. Now Watson, Cavalier, Watson again to Trotter. The Bulls having to go sideways a lot here and backwards. Trotter again. Now Campbell. Giles has got forward, short ball to Dos Santos to do just enough to keep hold of it. And Watson, nice ball back to Giles. Giles plays it down the line for Dos Santos, who makes the run. Across goes Adeyinka. Dos Santos tries to fashion something here. Oh, he's done really well. Dos Santos with the shot from distance this time. He does force Roberts into a save. It bounces in front of him. Roberts smothers it. And in the end, comfortable for the Three Bridges keeper. But the best little bit of spell of play there for the Bulls that we've seen in this first 42 minutes. Dos Santos again creating something, unable though to find the back of the net. As again, Bull has got space to run, to take it on. Nice ball again, this side, Reece Hallard. Hallard, in fact it's Josh Hallard, and he whips one across. Leighton holds it up, tries to get the shot blocked first time. Watling is there, Campbell is there, and somehow the Bulls clear it. And it suddenly has really started to warm up here on this damp Tuesday night. As both sides just trying to find a way through before the break. A couple of minutes at least, you'd think, added on for treatment. As again, calmly, Three Bridges look to work something. Too much on it. Through to Van der Vliet. Well, it's been, possession-wise, more Three Bridges in this first half. The Bulls soaking it up, dealing with the threat of the long ball that's going left and right, trying to get in behind the Bulls, using the width. And very calm at the back it has been for Three Bridges, with Neathie and Bull pretty much playing on their own there. Very little from Ferreira and Josh Hallard, who are able to get forward more. They're going to have to defend here, though, as Dos Santos holds it up against Ferreira. Goes, tries a little shimmy past it, back and across it is, but too much on that one. But just that quick turn of pace from Dos Santos there. Can't get it to a Bulls player, though. So we're going to the last minute of this first half. All square still. Jersey Bulls 0, Three Bridges 0. Roberts looks for Velvic down that right-hand side, cut out by Giles. Now Dos Santos tries a reverse ball. Lovely run by Barlow now. Barlow with the shot from distance. Well, it looks like it hits the post. So Roberts is beaten, or it may well have hit the side netting, in fact. It wouldn't have mattered whether it was the side netting or the post. The flag is up. It wouldn't have counted. Whatever it was, looked like it might just have hit the bottom of that post on the near side, as Roberts is beaten for the first time, but saved by the flag and the woodwork. Added time now in this first half. Neathie. Leighton's come deep to pick this up. Switching it out, looking for Velvet, cut out by Giles. Adeyinka picks it up though. Again out on this near side. Hallard again, gets to the byline. Coming and arriving is, oh, it looks like it may well be Velvik's not cleared. Gannon with the shot, blocked. Still going, Ferreira keeps it alive, far side. Bulls are surrounding him, but the ball's broken now. Chance here to clip it back and across. Header comes in, cleared by Watling, who looked for all the money that ball was heading into the far corner. Watling is there ahead of Van der Vliet. Clears it away. The pressure isn't over yet, though. This time, ball whipped back in and across. Away by Campbell. Not yet clear. Ferreira again. Inside to Adeyinka. Three Bridges still pressing. Not giving up here. Back in, far post. Giles heads it down. Dos Santos clears it over the halfway line. Bickley will give chase. Roberts is there. Well, Roberts just enough as Bickley bears down on him. And from one end to the other, from Bridges with a near opening goal to Roberts having to just get something on it to get it out. As the Bulls counter will now be Kere. Nearly 2 minutes of stoppage time. Trotter battling this time with Villavicencio. Dos Santos tries to keep it alive. He's being, well, shirt pulling left, right and centre there. Nothing given. Play on. Did look like 50-50. Kere again. Adeyinka jumping. Ganham now goes away from the challenge. And then that might have been an effort, but it won't matter. That is the whistle for half-time. A first half that only came to light in the last couple of minutes, really. The sides will make their way off. It's still Jersey Bulls 0, Three Bridges 0. Much to talk about at half-time for the managers. Can they liven this up in the second half? The Bulls have battled well. They've kept the clean sheet in the first half. Nothing really coming from either side as the players make their way off for half-time. We'll see you after the break. Adam Trotter just coming out the tunnel there, just doing his little shuttle runs as he makes his way into the midfield. Well, Three Bridges were out quickly. Bulls not far behind them as the second half is nearly upon us. Will we see a change from the first half? A game that so far has been dominated by the possession mainly of Three Bridges. The Bulls being resolute in defence, getting deep, sitting deep, and trying to repress and repel everything that's been thrown at them down the left and the right hand side, coming from Velvik and Reese Hallard. Well, they've been pretty comfortable at the back, and they've been able to build quite steadily with Bull and Neathy just knocking it about with aplomb and without much in terms of challenge. There doesn't seem as yet to be any changes from either manager. And as we get ready to kick off this second half, if you want to get involved and you want to put your brand on this live stream going forward, you can email commercial@bulls.je and put your logo in the bottom left-hand corner. Well, it's going to be the Bulls to kick off this time. They had the job of going from right to left, false start. Now it happens. We're underway for the second time. Long ball forward from Watling. Looking for De Santos, broken up by Adeyinka. Looks to get it out again to that far left-hand side where Reese Hallard is patrolling this time again. As we saw in the first half, just overplayed. Saw that twice. Kerry with the throw. Decent distance on that one. Headed forward, flicked on by Bickley. Falls nicely for Barlow. Quick reverse pass, lovely play from him. Trying to get it to Cavalier. Cavalier doing well. And then winning the throw. No, it's come off Cavalier from clearance of Josh Hallard. Doesn't seem to be too many weaknesses in this Three Bridges side. They've got pace, they've got skill, they've got the threat of the skipper up front, they've got composure at the back. And here is Velvik, who we saw in the fixture 2 weeks ago, cause all sorts of problems. Not seen so much of him tonight, as Barlow just can't quite get that ball under control. Velvik not being given perhaps the space this evening that he had 2 weeks ago. Bull again. Neathy inside. Referee takes a tumble. Goes down. Adam Trotter cleans out Mr. Wooten. Comic moment there, as the referee can't ride the tackle of Adam Trotter. Gannon just holding on to it, gets it back. Bull again. Happy to just knock it around. Neathy goes to that left-hand side. Kerry with the header. Cavalier brings it down and hooks it forward. Bickley's done well. But again, they're back in numbers there. Adeyinka and 4 or 5 others behind the ball, trying to win it back instantly. Inside, Fu Ferreira, still in that roving role that he's got. Allowed to go pretty much anywhere. Wearing 2, but definitely playing more of a midfielder, as the Three Bridges back 4 is more of a back 2, as we saw in the first half, with Bull and Neathy just working it. Shirt being pulled there on Bickley, who wants to take it but then leaves it. Bullpen not looking quite so busy tonight, but a few in there. Hoping to see the Bulls pull off a victory here against the table-topping Three Bridges side. Plenty of time for both sides to get the points on the board. Kere plays it forward. Carvalho does well, keeps it alive. And then out it goes. Well, not quite the composure that we saw in the first half in the opening couple of minutes. You think the Bulls would be more than happy to come out of this game with at least a point. A win, of course, would be a great way to come back after Saturday, but I don't want to lose here either. As Giles gets across the head of Velvic, flicks it down the line. Spins out, though, before Dos Santos can get there. Gannon. Inside to Bull again. Bull's closing down. Bull now. Ferreira being jockeyed by the closing Barlow. Keeping Bridges in their own half here. Ferreira now gets a little bit of space, gets a chance to run ahead of him. Tries to play it to this far side where he finds Velvic. Velvic now, well, again, his delivery not on the money. Bull's chance maybe to break here with Carvalho. He's picked it up inside his own half. We'll just have a little bit of a run here. Got plenty of cover on him, but he's still somehow, well, he managed to get towards the edge of the penalty box before he was stopped. And again, Bridges trying to break with Velvic. Velvic now has picked it up, plays it inside, catches the back of Giles as Leighton's trying to get there. Might well be really important, that just touch by Jay Giles. Dos Santos now switching it for Bickley. Bickley now brings it down, but shows too much of it to Adeyinka, and then Three Bridges try and get going. And they're forced backwards again. Adeyinka, though, has a bit of space. Nice layoff by Leighton. Switches on again. Well, it's fallen to Velvic. Velvic now trying to get into the penalty area. He does. Giles manages to get back and across. Who just seemed to have lost it in the air as the ball was played to Velvic, but recovered well. Now, Trotter. Trying to get there is Bickley, but Bull is across. We know just needs to get half a chance, Lorne Bickley. Saw the goal he scored at Jubilee Field. Got a little bit of space, had to go into a tight angle and was able to rocket it past Roberts. Just needs that little bit of space, a little bit of a yard. Not done it so far this evening. Again, Velvic tries to play into Leighton. Leighton tries to spin away from Campbell. Campbell just about does enough. Now Leighton takes it past Giles. Leighton getting into the box. Clips it. Well, again, the final ball has been where they have been lacking tonight, Three Bridges. The passing across the pitch from the back has been slick, but the final ball into the box has been off. Van der Vliet. Barlow jumping with Adeyinka, but jumping into Adeyinka, and a free kick given. Oh, Mr. Wooten. And it's been a hard battle. The other side really wanted to give any ground here. Nice spin away by Adeyinka again. To Bull. Inside to Levy. Has a little look up. Bit of movement now. Hallard again. Inside. To Villavicencio. Lays it off. Still trying to find a little bit of a gap here. Here comes Ferreira. Velvic now. Well, in fact, it's Ganam who's gone on that right-hand side, skipping inside. Dos Santos doing really well there to force back, but Ferreira's kept it alive. Ganam again, whips it towards the far post. Leighton gets a header on it, but turns it away from goal rather than towards it. Reece Hallard again. Nice ball inside to Adeyinka. Adeyinka, will he take the shot? He does. Saved by Van der Vliet, but followed up and saved again. Double save from Ewan Van der Vliet. There's the ball bouncing around. Still coming though. And then cleared by Jay Giles. Well, a really good double stop by Van der Vliet there. First time ball hits him and ricochets out. Has to get quickly back up and save it again. As the ball's just about managed to keep Three Bridges out, but they're not finished yet. Ferreira now switching it onto this near side. Ganam again. Ganam's going to run here. Well, he goes past Giles, but Dos Santos is back helping out. Giles tries to play it in, but he's given it away. Velvet, Ganam again. Squares it, far post, nobody there. Well, Van der Vliet, the hero there. Double save from the Bulls keeper. First one bounced away from him, and then as it ricocheted, he had to get back up, and he managed to defeat the second shot as well. And it looks like James Sunley is warming up over on the far side. The ball subs are all out there. Harry McKenzie as well. James Carr. The Bulls have got options as they try and break here now with Bickley. Bickley looking to thread it through for the run of Cavallio, but back and across again is Josh Hallard. Well, they can't keep it in. They're giving it away deep in their own half here. And the Bulls just managing to cause a little bit of a mistake there. And Cavallio will leave it for Carey. So the Bulls with options for now, trying to keep the pressure on. Carey inside, nice play, left foot boot, crosses it in, far post, headed back and across, and then flicked on. Well, in the end, Bickley can't direct it on target either. Good play there, though, by the skipper, Carey, who delivers the ball into the penalty area. A combination of Santos and Bickley, but neither able to force Roberts into a save. But again, Ferreira coming deep to collect it. Trying to get a bit of a wriggle on here. Wants to drive his side forward. Blocked in the middle again. Barlow battling. Adeyinka's come up with it though. Feeds it now, far side. Reece Hallard. Reece Hallard with a shot from distance. This time ballooning it over the bar. And it's a goal kick. Of course, Joe Kilshaw is another one of the subs this evening. So the Bulls have plenty on the bench should they need to turn to any of Carr, Kilshaw, Sunley or McKenzie. You expect to see James Sunley, and probably not too much longer. If the Bulls want to try and get something, he does have the ability to create things. So it might be an option for him to get half an hour maybe. There's Cavallio trying to jump with Adeyinka. Reece Hallard back there. Ball played up and under. Giles comes in and deals with it. Picked up now by Dos Santos, who's kept it in but was running out of room, and then back helping out is Ganam. And again, order is restored with Neithy and then Ferreira, who's definitely starting to drop deeper to pick the ball up to try and get something going here, trying to orchestrate things in the middle of the park, and he's much busier in this second half than he was perhaps in the first. There he is again, popping up in the centre circle, trying to find a way, getting away from Barlow, bursting forward now, lovely ball to the far side. Reece Hallard now, Hallard will drive into the box, Hallard squares it. And again, whether he's maybe just trying a little bit of a shot, the final execution isn't what Three Bridges were wanting. And not for the first time this evening. It was a good bit of play down that left-hand side. Ends up with a Bulls goal kick. Van der Vliet launches it into the night sky. Adeyinka misses it. Bickley flicks it on. Well, Trotter there charging down the clearance and catching. It looks like it is Neely there who maybe just caught a boot as Trotter is just stopping the ball. Maybe just caught Neely in the process. Accidental. No harm done. The referee will just drop this for Roberts. Who will just bring it out a little bit, as he's done a few times this evening, as he has time to play it out from the back. Now, again, near side. Well, this time we're switching across for Hallard, who's brought down by Watson. Free kick, decent position here again for Three Bridges. Looks like there's been a bit of a switch there with Hallard and Velvik just crossing, maybe Ganam as well. Going to be a free kick there in a decent position. In fact, it is Ganam who's looks like temporarily drifted out to that left-hand side, allowing Reece Hallard to come in, but he's now going to go and occupy a position on that far side of the box as the Bulls line up right on the edge. Two in the wall for Santos and Barlow. Played short. The Bulls going to scramble it clear, and a chance maybe. Well, the door is shut firmly there on Carvalho by Neely, who does really well there. Oh, and a mistake. But again, it just doesn't quite break for the Bulls, although Barlow is not giving it up. Now, just a few more half chances, a few little errors creeping in from the pressure that's being put on this Three Bridges side now by the Bulls, who are just trying to gamble occasionally a little bit more, and they've won it again here with Dos Santos, who's trying to skip away. And again, the defensive work is so good from Three Bridges, and they've benefited there, but Watson has recovered really well. Then he's been dispossessed. Now it's Leighton. Leighton trying to get half a yard into the penalty box. Campbell comes across gingerly, doesn't want to do anything too serious there because doesn't want to take Leighton down, and does enough. And again, Three Bridges looking to create something. In the middle again is Adeyinka. Back to Bull. Now Neely. And still happy to just knock it around here. All the way back, in fact, to Roberts. Still no real hurry from Three Bridges, calmly going about the business. Flick forward again. Nice bring down that far side. Good skill. It's Ganam battling, but it's Kere who's managed to get the ball off him. Using a bit of strength as well as skill as Barlow tries to get forward. Needy there, gets across. Barlow goes down, play on. Bridges keep it alive. Trotter does well. Good challenge. Watson, Carvalho, 2 or 3 again. 4 shirts around. The pressure causing the mistake. Here they come. Well, just not quite falling. It's like Leighton there just catches it on the back, and as suspected, the first change of the evening is coming. It's Miguel Carvalho who will give way for James Sunley, and the Bulls make their first change. Well, Carvalho didn't manage the trip on Saturday. Maybe just as a precaution, he's been withdrawn, and James Sunley will more than likely go into the same role at Carvalho has had for the first 63 minutes.
Number 11, Miguel Carvalho is replaced by number 20.
Well, confirmed in the stadium. There's again the Bridges build. Ferreira. And there again is Hallard. Cleaned out by Giles. Touch for Sunley. Can he create something with his first real part in this game? Back to Kere, who looks route one. Route one is too easy for Josh Hallard, and then Bull again, switching it. Oh, lovely ball. Reece Hallard has done really well to keep it in. He's gone past Jay Giles. Still going, squares it. Well, in the end, it's going to be a corner for the Bridges as Reece Hallard, well, you'd expect Jay Giles will be having nightmares about him tonight as he turns around in bed. He'll probably see the shadow of Reece Hallard who's twisting and turning and making life very difficult in the end. The Bulls manage to keep it out. It's a corner, though, for Three Bridges. Can they deliver one? So far, not yet found that killer ball. Movement by Velvik. In it comes. Punched by Van der Vliet, who gets there. Flicked away by Sunley. Villavicencio. Back in it comes. Comes off Barlow. Shows enough for De Santos to whip one forward, but nobody's there apart from Roberts. And again, Ferreira. To Bull. Well, this time, pass isn't accurate. Watson is cleared out. Caught in the follow through there. Looks like there will be a change. Looks like the board is going to go up again. Just looked like the numbers were being punched in, but maybe that's premature. And it will be Bulls free kick, which Jay Giles will take just inside his own half. It just looks a little bit too tight there. Wanted to perhaps play that a little bit closer inside the box, but yeah, the eyes do not deceive. The board is going up. Well, it's going to be Ganem is going off, and on is coming Kevin Rivera. So Rivera on, Ganem off, and the first change of the evening for Three Bridges. As that substitution is made, chance again if you want to get involved with sponsoring the stream and placing your brand on the screen. Remember, email commercial@bulls.je. Three Bridges again with the ball. Ferreira back to Roberts, clears this first time up towards the halfway line. Nice touch by Trotter, but it's fallen again, but Trotter's won it back. Well, Rivera getting busy straight away. Josh Hallard just having a check. Bull is there again. Down the line, good challenge coming in there. Kere taking no prisoners. Quick throw though, Kere trying to get back into position as Leighton spots an opportunity. Throw in far side. Oh, looked like a foul throw, nothing given. Adeyinka. Trying to create a bit of space, Ferrer having to backpedal. And again, nice and easy does it. Little flick on there, nice play. Well, back onto that side as the ball, well, did it stay in? It's gone out. Three Bridges with the throw. Josh Hallard will take. Movement there by Leighton. Again, that throw looks a bit dodged, a bit suspect, but it's allowed to continue as Watling gets there and then clears towards Bickley, who's just inside his own half. And again, very easy at the back for Three Bridges. Coming towards the last 20 minutes. Long ball forward. Giles with the header. Velvik just backpedals, picks it up. Time to check for Ferreira, who's arriving. Leighton again. Looks to play it in and behind. Velvik gets there. Giles goes down, gets a touch. Campbell covers. Just perhaps the squeeze is on a little bit here for Three Bridges. There's Barlow just sliding around on the slick surface. Oh. It was a claim that the ball had gone out there, and then finally the referee does give it. So Three Bridges faithful on the far side. Not too much for them to cheer about yet. Although Three Bridges have had more possession. They've been quicker in the past, but they haven't been able yet to find a way through. The Bulls working hard. Looking to counter here with Sunley, who's flicked it on. De Santos now. Ferreira comes across. Can De Santos get past Ferreira? Keeps it alive. More tracking there. And that's been a feature of the play for Three Bridges. Well, foul this time, surely. And a very acrobatic roll. Adeyinka is going to go in the book. And that's Sunley who's gone down. Far too many rolls there. Sunley has recovered quickly, and the Bulls have a free kick in a decent position. Well, again, just not quite, perhaps, you think, shooting distance, but you can't ever rule it out. De Santos might just fancy it here. Two in the wall, just covering that near post, keeper's left side. Bulls line up far side of the box. Not had much success so far, but something has been spotted by the assistant as the witness called over. Deep in conversation are the men in black. Oh, it's a long one as well. Definitely seen something. As Kerry goes along to have a little earwig. Looks like Josh Hallard is getting called over, so is Lorne Bickley. So there's maybe a bit of an argy-bargy there between those two. A bit of shirt pulling. Neither prepared to give an inch. Well, Bickley looks puzzled, but smiles at the end of it. And after all of that, De Santos still waits and now gets the chance to deliver the free kick. Far post it is, header it is, and it's Watling arriving at the far post. And so far, the Bulls have created very little this evening, but the ball in by Ray De Santos is met with a solid header by Jamie Watling. And against the run of the play, the Bulls have the lead. Jersey Bulls 1, Three Bridges 0. The goal from Jamie Watling. Well, the Bulls have done very little in terms of getting a shot on target this evening. A shot, a header, nothing until now. And it's Jamie Watling, who's been really good for the Bulls this season, arrives on the money, and his header beats Roberts. Well, the Bulls now have just a sniff. They've got their noses in front here, which means that Three Bridges will have to get back on that front foot quickly. And what the Bulls will want to avoid doing is do exactly what they did on Saturday, which is concede pretty much from the restart. Well, Three Bridges, who've been definitely the better side up until now, will now have to show why they have been leading the league for the last few weeks. Composure will no doubt be restored as they look again to just create something here. The Bulls again back in numbers, as Three Bridges have done all evening. They've had players round the ball. Picked up on the far side now. Ball comes in. Adeyinka's jumping, headed only as far. Oh, shot does come in. Adeyinka with it. Throw in near side. Leighton trying to keep it alive here, trying to get past. Well, it's Dos Santos and Giles covering well. Goal kick, which Van der Vliet is in no real hurry to take. Well, it's been against the run of the play. The Bulls have found themselves with the first goal of the evening from an unlikely source, but one that they'll take. Jamie Watling scoring with a really good header from him. It's a good delivery from Ray Dos Santos as well. Three Bridges now regroup. Bull again. Hallard. Back inside from Bull to Neathie. Looking out to that left-hand side for Reece Hallard, who we saw a few weeks ago score a pretty good goal. And there is the equaliser. And the Bulls can't keep the lead for long. This time it's the skipper who scored the first 2 weeks ago. Noel Leighton has brought Three Bridges level 2 or 3 minutes after the Bulls took the lead. Down that left-hand side, Leighton gambles, gets in between the defenders and flicks it past Van der Vliet, who has no chance. Jersey Bulls 1, Three Bridges 1. Well, the Bulls struggling again to keep hold of that lead for very long. Not from the restart, but not that long thereafter. And fair play to Three Bridges, who have just stuck to it. Oh, apologies, we've got a little bit of an issue with the picture at the moment. Just hold tight though, as we wait for the stream to just come back to life. We understand there's a little bit of an injury as well, so you're not missing any action. Well, we're back now. Just a little bit of an interlude there. No change to the score, though. Still 1-1. Three Bridges striking back. And the Bulls hoping not to give up all the points this evening. It has been a really hard battle so far. Now Van der Vliet taking his time here. He's in no rush as it's played forward and flicked on. And now Dos Santos gets taken out. Well, no free kick given this time. Watson sliding in, misses the challenge. Leighton gets there, wattling across. And it's definitely been a battle this evening. So it's going to be a Three Bridges free kick here. Taken again. Trying to find a bit of space, but Trotter doing well, coming across. Barlow battling hard again. Back it goes to Roberts. And again, Neathie taking route one as the option. Leighton again flicks it on. Chance now arriving. Well, saved by Van der Vliet at the near post there. Has to stay strong, the big stopper. As again, the threat coming from Three Bridges. Pressure building. Corner it is, Van der Vliet doing well. Corner on that far side. Ball comes in, Van der Vliet gets there, good catch. Again, when needed. Good hands. And the Bulls again, this time with Dos Santos on the near side, just trying to get it through to Bickley, but cut out again. Neathie's there. Adeyinka again, here come Three Bridges with ball, playing it through the middle. Now Leighton, is he onside? Leighton still going, Leighton? No, flag is up. Well, looked like he was about to pull the trigger and perhaps give, well, he's going to get a yellow card. He doesn't look particularly happy with that, but perhaps played on a little bit too long there when it wasn't actually what he should have done. There was an obvious flag up on this near side. The assistant will just adjust his boots as Van der Vliet will go across to collect the ball. Well, in the last 10 minutes now, be a little bit of time added on. It's been a tough game this evening. Real attritional battle. Now looks like it's going to be another change on the far side. Three Bridges. In fact, the skipper is being substituted. Looks like it's going to be Ben Holden to replace him. Maybe Leighton just getting a little bit hot under the collar, and the manager deciding to withdraw him. So Holden is on. Leighton is off as Barlow just slips as he tries to turn. Wattling with the header. Trotter lays it off, but he just gifts it to Hallard, who clips it down the line, but clips it out. And he hasn't really found the fluidity perhaps he would have wanted that he had in the home fixture 2 weeks ago. Oh, it looks like it's going to take something a bit special here to maybe, or a mistake to break these two sides, as they're both pretty solid in the, certainly playing when they haven't got the ball. We heard Elliot Powell talk about that a couple of weeks ago, but the Bulls have been playing a lot without the ball this evening as Three Bridges have controlled it really well. Their just final ball on many occasions hasn't been what perhaps they would have wanted. As Neely just again looks to switch it out, far side to Hallard. Sunley is there, the Bulls are getting numbers behind the ball again. Kept alive by Adeyinka. Back it goes to Bull. Again, clipping it forward. Ball gets through to Van der Vliet. Well, inside the last 5 minutes now. Adeyinka there again. Trotter heads it back. Adeyinka misses it, falls to Bickley. Tries to play it out on this near side, can't quite get it through though. Dos Santos holds his head upwards as hope as Kere's in a battle on the far side. Still going. Giles does really well to get there ahead of Hallard. Flag is up again though. Bulls have played that line well this evening. They've stepped out just the right time. Van der Vliet again. 4 minutes left here at Springfield Stadium on this Tuesday night game between the Bulls and Three Bridges. Is someone going to go and smash and grab the lot this evening? Oh, free kick was given against Watling. It looked like a bit of a fair challenge. Didn't look like it was anything untoward, but the referee sees it differently. Looks like Rivera has gone down and has not yet got back up. Oh, he has miraculously. Look at that. What do you know? All of a sudden, he's back up on his feet. And standing over it, Velvik and Josh Hallard. Well, a chance may be here. Three Bridges. Whipped in towards the penalty spot. Header from Watson. And nicely into the arms of Van der Vliet, who decides to clear it first time. Straight onto the counter. Good control though by Josh Hallard, who brings it down nicely and tries to find Rivera. Vicencio battling with Dos Santos and Trotter, and he's come up and then brought down by Barlow, who just kicks the ball away and gets himself a yellow card. Not shy of a challenge, Fraser Barlow. Just maybe making sure that the attack didn't continue. Cynical foul, perhaps. It will be Ferreira. Again, numbers forward for Three Bridges here. Ferreira clips it. Far side. Trotter heads it away. Vicencio tries to get there, but it's hooked clear. It's only Bickley up on his own now. There's a foot chase, but the ball goes the Bull's way. As the Bull can't keep it in. Jay Giles comes forward. Inside to Watson. Now Dos Santos. Well, he's had no chance to run today and he's been shut out there. And a chance now for Rivera to try and take on Watling, who shoves him inside. Rivera still going. Watling still. Wow, brilliant from Watling. He's been twisted and turned around, but he's just stayed really strong. And again, still going. Rivera still battling. Somehow has come up with it. Squares it. Adeyinka. Clipped in again. Falls nicely for Velvik. Velvik cuts back inside. Trying to find an angle. Trying to find a player. Shot comes in. Straight at Van der Vliet. Well, it looks like Vicencio with the final ball in, which is a little bit disappointing from the Three Bridges. They wanted that to be a bit more towards one of the players, but it's too close to Van der Vliet. And again, Lorne Bickley just taking his time. As Ferreira goes across to take it. And back he goes. Well, we're into added time here at Springfield Stadium. Still nothing to separate the two sides. Still Jersey Bulls 1, Three Bridges 1. Three Bridges try and get another attack going. Across comes Watling, who thumps it out of Springfield Stadium. And I'll just add a little bit of time on. And it will be the substitute. He's going to try and launch one. Takes his time, and it comes. That's gone up. Headed away by Watling again. Back with a bit of interest. Van der Vliet lets it drift by. Well, time to think about the Jersey Bulls player of the match. There's been some good performances from that man there in your picture in green this evening, who's made a couple of vital saves at important moments. But just this evening, for the opening goal and his defensive display at the back, the Jersey Bulls player of the match this evening is Jamie Watling. As here come perhaps Three Bridges for the last time. Walls whipped in. Who's there? It's Watling. Well, solid from the Bulls, number 15. Still, though, a chance here from the corner, which Three Bridges will quickly rush to take. Can't be too much time added on. We nearly had 2 minutes of extra added already after the 90. Still nothing separating the sides. Is this the moment for Three Bridges? In it comes towards the near post. Headed away. Santos trying to battle there with Velvet. In and again it comes, and it's easy for Van der Vliet to just let it roll through. Not in a huge hurry, but of course he got the 8-second stop clock these days, so he decides to roll it out. Drive it long, but it's straight through to Roberts, who gives the advantage back. Solid header again. And then it's back again. And still trying to find a final chance here. Oh, good work again by Van der Vliet. And Luke Watson. Well, the stadium announcer deciding that Ewan Van der Vliet is the player of the match. Not quite sure where they got that one from, but the sponsors have the better judgment, it would seem. As the game still has something left, perhaps, here. Roberts wanting to hurry it up. Takes too much with the rollout. And it will be perhaps a long Hail Mary of a clearance from Roberts here. As there are no Three Bridges players except the goalkeeper in the Three Bridges half. Well, there's a little bit of a coming together at the top there. As it's Roberts against the rest. Launches it forward. Headed away by the Bulls again. Looks like it's Sunny there, he slides in. Does he keep it in? He may well have. Well, maybe not quite, but gambled on the slide there to try and just hook it back. 4 minutes added. Going to leave it to Holden. Then again, try and launch this one. Another long throw into the penalty box. Flicked on. Still alive. Still going. Good challenge coming in. Shot from distance. Blocked by Dos Santos. Ball's trying to get it clear. Well, it's back in, but it's all over. Well, it's ended in a 1-1 draw here at Springfield. Some of the players are down on their haunches, they're out on their feet. They've really given everything. Both teams, both sets of players have worked their socks off this evening. The league leaders are held here by the Jersey Bulls, who've been absolutely solid in defence. They haven't had too many chances. In fact, you'd argue the only one they really had was the one that they scored from. They didn't hold that lead for long, counted out by the skipper, Noel Leighton. It's ended all square here at Springfield Stadium. Jersey Bulls 1, 3 Bridges 1. The Bulls will go again on Saturday, the 1st of November. It's a home game again. Sevenoaks will be the visitors. We hope you enjoyed watching it this evening. We'll see you next time.
That's ticket number 21672. Congratulations, you've won £230 in the 50-50. If you like your winnings from playing in the centre of the stand. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Bye.